Let me start with a question that might sound simple, but is actually deeper than it seems. If manifestation is about attracting what you want, why do so many people clearly want better lives, but still struggle to create real change? Why do people visualize success, repeat affirmations, stay positive, and yet feel like something is quietly holding them back? If you've ever experienced that, you're not alone. And today, we're going to talk about something that sits at the center of that frustration: limiting beliefs. But not in the vague, surface-level way they're often discussed. We're going to look at what they actually are, how they influence manifestation, and why most people misunderstand their role completely. What limiting beliefs really are. When people hear the term limiting beliefs, they often think of obvious negative thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," "I'll never succeed," "I don't deserve wealth." And yes, those are examples. But most limiting beliefs are not that obvious. They're subtle. They sound reasonable. They often feel like common sense. For example, money is hard to keep. Success takes a long time. You have to struggle to get ahead. Opportunities are rare. These aren't thoughts people question, they're assumptions people live by. And over time, those assumptions become part of how the subconscious mind interprets reality. How these beliefs are formed. Limiting beliefs don't appear randomly. They are built over time through experience. What you heard growing up, what you observed in your environment, what you personally went through. If you saw people working hard but still struggling financially, your mind may have connected effort with difficulty. If you experience setbacks after taking risks, your mind may have associated risk with loss. These connections are not logical decisions. They are emotional patterns. And once they're established, they operate automatically. The role of the subconscious mind. This is where the subconscious mind becomes important. The subconscious is responsible for patterns, habits, reactions, default ways of thinking. And most of the time, it operates without conscious awareness. You don't actively choose your automatic reactions. They happen. So when you attempt to use manifestation techniques like visualization or affirmations, you are often working with your conscious mind. But the subconscious is still running its existing patterns. And those patterns influence behavior. Why manifestation feels inconsistent. This creates a situation many people find confusing. They are thinking positively. They are focusing on their goals. They are trying to stay aligned. But their results don't match their effort. And the reason is often internal conflict. The conscious mind is moving in one direction. The subconscious is still operating based on older patterns. For example, you may consciously want financial growth, but subconsciously associate money with stress or instability. So your behavior becomes inconsistent. You move forward, then hesitate. You take action, then second-guess it. You make progress, then lose momentum. From the outside, it looks like inconsistency, but internally, it's conflict. Why positive thinking isn't enough. One of the biggest misunderstandings about manifestation is the idea that positive thinking alone is enough. Positive thinking can influence mood. It can increase motivation. But it doesn't automatically change deeply rooted beliefs. If a belief has been reinforced over years, or even decades, it becomes part of your internal system. Changing that system requires more than repeating new thoughts. It requires awareness and consistent internal shifts. The lag people. Experience. Another important concept is what you could call a lag effect. When people start working on their mindset, they often expect quick results. But the subconscious doesn't update instantly. It adjusts gradually. So even when you begin thinking differently, older patterns may still influence your behavior for a period of time. That delay can make it feel like nothing is working. But in reality, The process is still unfolding. Understanding this helps reduce frustration because it sets more realistic expectations. How limiting beliefs influence behavior. It's important to understand that limiting beliefs don't block manifestation directly. They influence behavior, and behavior influences outcomes. For example, if someone believes opportunities are rare, they may not actively look for them. If someone believes they are not ready for success, they may delay taking action. If someone believes money is difficult to manage, they may avoid financial responsibility. These actions don't feel intentional. They feel natural, but over time, they shape results. What happens when beliefs begin to shift? When people start identifying and adjusting limiting beliefs, something interesting happens. Their perspective changes. They begin seeing possibilities they previously ignored. They become more willing to take action. They feel less internal resistance when making decisions. And gradually, their behavior aligns more closely with their goals. This doesn't mean instant transformation, but it does create momentum. And momentum is what eventually leads to visible change, a more practical way to think about manifestation. Instead of thinking about manifestation as something mysterious, it can be helpful to view it as a process of alignment. Aligning your thoughts, aligning your emotions, aligning your subconscious beliefs. When those elements are consistent, your actions tend to follow naturally, and consistent actions create results. The first step most people skip. The first step in working with limiting beliefs is awareness. Not trying to fix everything immediately, just observing. What do I actually believe about money? What do I expect when I pursue success? What assumptions feel normal to me? These questions reveal patterns that often go unnoticed. And once you see those patterns clearly, you can begin to question them. Final thoughts. Limiting beliefs are not a sign of weakness. They are a natural result of past experiences, but they can influence your present in ways you may not realize. Understanding their role in manifestation can change how you approach personal growth. Instead of focusing only on surface-level techniques, you begin to look deeper. And that's where real change often begins. On this channel, we explore these deeper mechanisms. How subconscious beliefs influence manifestation, success, and financial progress. If this topic resonates with you and you want to keep learning, make sure to subscribe. In upcoming videos, we'll explore how these patterns develop and why certain approaches seem to create faster internal shifts than others. And if you're interested in exploring a framework that focuses specifically on identifying and addressing the subconscious beliefs behind slow manifestation, you can review the information linked in the description and the pinned comment below. It connects directly to what we discussed today and offers additional material for those who want to go deeper. Take your time, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.